Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to today's live stream with me, Peter Crow from Relentless Hub. That's my new introduction, guys. You just want a nice chilled after. You don't have to be all this bloody presentation crap, do you? Morning, mate. You alright, Jordan? It's not for me, mate. It's not for me. I just want to get on the charts. See what we can catch. Good morning, Nella. And just go about my day. Do you know what I mean? It's not too much to ask, is it? Not too much to ask. I'm interested to see what the daily's done. I've not looked. Very interested to see. Yesterday was a bit crap, guys. I don't even think I would have caught anything. I couldn't get back in time to jump on for New York. But next time I am available, I will do a members only New York. That's probably going to come anyway. So, yeah, welcome to the stream, guys. If you've just jumped on, please drop us a like as soon as possible. Helps the algos, push it out to people. People need to know about us, really. We don't have much exposure to because we're not an MLM. However, we are fantastic, which obviously we are, because you're on every day, which is much appreciated. So, should we go straight into a top down? See what we've got to get a trade today, guys. Like, new month. We only took 4 trades last month on stream. Obviously, I personally took a lot more than that. It was a good month, but I didn't take more than what I normally do. It was a lot less than what I normally do. So it was a strange. Just London session just hasn't been playing ball for us. So hopefully next month we can improve. So let's get into a top down, guys. I don't like this gap. This gap's messing everything up. Throws it all off. My OCD's going crazy. Okay, let's get into it. Right, so top down analysis. So you want to do one of these every time you jump on the chart. It's like doing your battle prep before going into battle. So you're bombing up your magazine, you're camming up. This is like your battle prep before you go into battle. Okay? You can't go into battle without ammunition and camming up. Okay? So, monthly, all bullish, and then we had a bearish doji candle. So we have now created structure. It doesn't mean that until this candle rejects off it as well and closes bearish, that'll be confirmed as structure, as a proper structure. Okay, but at the moment we have struggled to push to break the highs. Now what this means is I do believe we need to come back down to this level if we want to close above this level, as in the body of the candles. So if that's the case, then is if we can't close above there without coming down, then we're probably looking for sells back down to 2231. So if we're looking for sells and we're thinking this monthly is going to flip to the downside, how much of a steeper top wick are we going to get? Well, I can't really see it breaking the high of the previous monthly, really. It doesn't need to. It's got enough liquidity to push further down. So I would imagine that yes, this monthly can push up first. It hasn't really picked its direction, which way it's going yet. And then is it going to flip to the downside? So if that's the case, our stops should be fairly safe above the monthly if we're looking for sells. So if we're looking for sells and the monthly pushes up, could we just identify some sort of structures breaking back into the downside in around these levels, and then could we sell stops above the monthly high? Could we look for sells in around here to come down for the monthly to flip to then start heading towards these levels? Could we do something like that? I'm hoping we can. Now that's what I would imagine happening. I'm not saying we can break the high. It might want to break the high to grab more liquidity in order to flip to the downside, but it currently doesn't have to, because the previous one broke the high. So you should have enough liquidity now. And then is this initiating the push down? So that's what I've got on the monthly. Now, it does mean we can buy up. We can buy up, but we don't. I don't want to be buying beyond 2387. To be honest, I want to be buying less than that, because if this is going to come up, it's going to test the previous wick. It shouldn't really break it, but it'll test. So you'll get something like this, like that. So we'll identify in a lower time frame our target for buys up. Okay. Now for sells down, it should be fairly straightforward in regards to a flip to the downside. Off this, once this weekly starts to flip, that's when we should start initiating the push down. So that's the monthly. Now the weekly was an interesting one, because the weekly actually closed bullish, right? Now it did form some support here, and we didn't close above it on this bullish weekly, but what's happened, you've closed bullish on this weekly, so it's not ideal. It means the next one can just power through if it wants to. But if this weekly does reject from here and close like that, then I'm pretty confident that we are really respecting this area. Therefore there's only one place to go, and that's the down to break the lows. Okay, but the weekly currently is in a range of this. Well, you could actually go like that. So you add a fake out back into the area if you use this one, and then you've closed bullish, and then you've come back, you've retested this area like I said we needed last week. We've done it. So now are we free rein up? So what I mean by free rein up, the weekly range, we should be coming up to, come on, to these levels on the weekly. Technically I would prefer steeper bottom wick on this weekly and then a flip to the upside, but that's what we're looking at, the weekly, really, unless we are struggling. This is new support, this. So is this going to be a new prominent support, what we're going to reject from to come down? No, I'm not sure, because we did close bullish. I don't know whether we've now got the momentum to now push and break the highs, because you haven't even broke the highs yet. So I would imagine us coming to break these highs before pushing down. So it's still a bit like yesterday at the moment, where nothing's happened. Nothing's happened at the minute. We're in the exact same area as yesterday. If you look at this doji candle, this was yesterday. These are the daily time frames, okay? There's the daily, and we had the daily breaking out with a nest play, or you could have argued and said it closed respecting. It was obviously a nest play, and then we closed bullish, but look where it's closed. Look where it's closed. It's now closed respecting this level. It's not the best of levels, but it is a level, I would say. So you've got this is what I'm seeing. Respecting, tap, respecting. So I really did want to close either above that, or flipping to the downside ideally. So it's really not ideal. It's really not ideal. Now in regards to the daily, every time, if we say, okay, let's get rid of this, every time you close back above there, what happens to price? Well, you don't drive, you can just reject from here. So it's a very tricky, it's just back in that same range, guys, as yesterday. It's not very good, really. Because the daily could flip to the upside. However, it doesn't mean it's going to drive. It could just push to break a high and then flip back to the downside. We could just get a bearish closure on this daily. I've showed you that what gold normally does, even when it's pushing up on the higher time frames, it'll print bullish, bearish, all the way up. So So does that mean this daily is going to print bearish? We don't know. We don't know. So we're going to have to use a lower time frame. The daily doesn't tell us much at all, guys. Unfortunately, it doesn't help us. Price hasn't really... So basically, price hasn't picked a direction which way the monthly is going to head first yet. It's created a bit of a steeper top wick, but it hasn't picked its direction as of yet. What have we got on the 4 hour? Is that a 4 hour? The 4 hours are not the best, as in not the best looking. I think we had a 3 hour, didn't we? 3 hours were nice. That 3 hour played out lovely yesterday. So where do we have that 3 hour? So we had that 3 hour like that. This 3 hour broke out. Was it this one? And we had sell stops under this, didn't we? And then we had a tap of this level. It came and tapped it perfectly. What do I want to see? The 4's a skew with. I don't like the 4's. I would need a closure potentially below. Is it me or all the candles just... Let me take this off and put it back on. That's better. See, all the candles are better now. That was weird. Okay. Right, so 4 hour. Now we're in a clean traffic range down to 225. We flipped 2 1. We closed bullish on the 1. Bullish on the 30. It's made its move that. So we get 4 close below this. Did we get a close below that? 4 close, top wick. We probably could have took this off the 4 hour. Forward through. It hasn't come through that area yet, as of yet. 4. Ooh, fake out here. Fake out back in. Could we get a wing back sell from here? Three. Nothing's closed yet. 1, 30, 15's closed. We probably could have took that forward, to be honest, guys, but that was this morning. So the forward should be free down to 232. That would have been our advantage point. That's the perfect breakout setup. So you had your breakout on the 4, you got a nice top wick, you had sell stops underneath. That's your advantage point, 2323. I'd have a target at 2317. Or even less than that, maybe 2319. But it's already gone. This morning, John. That would have been nice this morning. So we've missed that setup. Because we are technically bearish on the 4. The 4 needs to come and fill the range. So where's this 4? Where can this 4 go? This is what we've got to work out now. So can come and tap 2, 3. But if we look at price, but we broke out, so we can't take that. These close respected and then rejected. I want to mark this up. Let me mark this up, guys, because Because at the minute, we just... Did we break a high? We didn't break any highs. So do we need, where this one broke a high then drove, so do we need to come back up? If that's the case, could we take a wing back buy? 70 pips. 2 minutes guys, I'm just in the zone, I'm trying to work out. I just don't like how the fours can carry on. The fours can carry on all the way down, no top wick, no top wick, no top wick. I don't really want to have to wait for a 4. We came from up these levels, haven't we? Back up. The only time where we've broke below here was here, then you drove down. We got a fake out here, but I don't know whether we're going to fake out, because if you use that fake out, then you've technically closed respecting on the 4. Therefore, is this 4 going to flip? Do you know what? Is this 4 going to flip? I've already done a top wick. That top wick's put me off. You've still got 2 hours left of this 4. There's the 3. What's the 3? No top wick on the 3. You're going to break the lows. Where's this 3 at? 3, down, top. Might be able to take an aggressive push. Our get out would be if the 3 closes below. Still got 2 hours left of that 3. How far can that 3 drive? I could actually drive all the way down. Two, no top wick, and you're bullish. Didn't break any highs, which is nice. 1 is bullish. There's 39 minutes left of this. How does the 30 close? 30's not closed as of yet. It's a nice pushing candle on the 30. 9 minutes left of the 30. What happens if I get a 30 close below here? Close below. What we could do, if this 30 does tap, we could potentially take a buy, and if the 30 closes below this level, we'll look to get out. That's something we could look at. If the 30, we would just get out, really. What would this be? 23 pips, that's not too bad. Because even if you want to drive down, I would imagine you're going to have to pull back. Tap. 30s can drive through, right? But that's the thing, the 30s can drive through. It stops. All aggressive moves these though, guys. There's a 15, no bottom wick, no top wick. Let's see what this 15 does. When you close respecting here, 15. Doesn't show me anything, that 15 really. I don't know if I can take that, guys. I haven't had enough time to check. 15. I don't know if the 15 is still respecting. 15 is still respecting. Is it still respecting? That's the question. I think it is. No bottom wick. Oh, there's the 15 there. So it hasn't filled the range on the 15. Yeah, because that's a 4 coming down now. If the 4 didn't have a top wick, I would probably be interested. But because the 4's got a top wick, it means it can drive, really. The 4 can come all the way down. But I would need to wait for... Because everything's bullish. So the 1's bullish, the 2's bullish. The 3's bearish, but closed up here. And this is the next support on the 3. So we might reject from here. Or will we reject from this level? It's the 4, I can't because the 4's flipped. 2, 1. We might have to wait for this one, what this one does. We could do this all day though, guys. Like, this is what's annoying. We've got, is it news today? Yeah, we've got news today. Powell's speech. And we've got NFP on Friday, remember? This might play out this as well. I couldn't really take it, guys. It's the 4's got a top wick, so it could easily drive now. It might not even pull back here. We've still got 5 minutes left of the 15, 30, 1 hour. I think I prefer sells down, right? But it's, are you gonna reject here again and just mess about in this range, or is this the actual break, retest, gone? That's what we're trying to work out. The only issue for me is so if we look at this one initiated the push down, this one here. That initiated the push, okay? But this broke the highs on that, got the push. This broke these highs and even these highs, and it still didn't initiate the push. Came down to come back up. We didn't break a high. Back down, still struggled, come back up, still didn't break a high. So does that mean we're still going to struggle? So I'm not sure this is going to be the push. I don't know whether we need to break all these highs if we want to push down. That makes sense. CPI at 10 o'clock. Won't be 10 o'clock. Yeah, that's euro, that though. Don't know if it'll affect us, mate. I hope it does and fucking pushes out of this range. I could do with some news right now. I'm gonna have to wait for the hour, guys. There's nothing going on. Now, here's the thing though, if the hour closes respecting this level, it means nothing. It means we could just come back into the range like this. So I don't actually know what we're going to get. I couldn't even take that really. If anything, I would take this 3 again, because I believe 100% of the time you get a 3 close below here. 100% of the time you come and tap. Where was it? It was that, wasn't it? We had that level, but also it was here. Wasn't something like that. So when you get a 3 close, where was that close? Oh, that close can't have been there. That close must be like that. Must have been there. we had a 3 close, came down, tapped. 3 close, came down, tapped. 3 close, came down, tapped. Every time you get a 3 close below here, 100% of the time you come and tap 2319. So if we do get a 3 close below here, then yes, I'd take sells down. But whether the thing with this though is, if you look, this 3 tapped it, so you don't actually get the close and then tap. This 3 tapped it again, you don't get the close and then you tap. Again, this one. So does that mean we're going to come straight through? I'm not sure. Not sure. So could we go for lower time frame then? Maybe the 30 is the next one to close. So if we get 30 close below here, you can either fake out back into the area or you drive through. It's not the best. I mean, that wing back would have played out, guys, but it wasn't my trade to take that. Well, 23 pips we had, didn't we? So there's the 30. Now if the 30 does break those, could we get? Can this 1 hour push all the way down? I'm not sure it's gonna. I don't think it's ever done that. Therefore, do we wait for an hour close? If the hour pushed all the way through, we could just have sell stops underneath the 30, underneath the wick here. If this hour, if we could identify an area where this hour started here and pushed all the way through to here, we could just have sell stops underneath the 30 now, because it means the next 30 is likely going to push through. But I don't think we see anywhere where the hour starts. You only tend to push there and then reject. Look at these levels. This one done it here, but that's initiating from 2327. What's the 30? Oh, the 30 is closed below. You little. Okay, let's see if we can get a top wick. If we can get a top wick. Come on, top wick. I still don't like the hour though, because the hour doesn't drive through, does it? I'm not sure this hour can push through here. None of the hours push through on one, so there's no point taking that 30. You might as well wait for this hour to close. Oh, you do here actually. Straight back down. I think I need to wait for the hour, guys. I mean the 30's closing lovely, but you might drive down after. It doesn't look like the hour can do it. I think it's happened once, straight through. It might happen again, creating new things. But if I look at previous data, you don't tend to do it. I think we're gonna have to wait for the hour to close at least. That wing back would have played out. It looks like it's pushing back now, but was now a trade to take. If we get an hour close below there and we get a top wick and we don't tap 2319, we could potentially take that. So we're looking at this hour, pull back through, tap. This hour, pull back. Might not have took that because it's like over 50% of the advantage point, but still pull back, flip through, hour through, hour through. We've got a fake out here, hence we need a pullback. Fake out, hour back into the area, through. Even if you want to drive up, looks like it does it. Hour back into the area, through eventually. Hour, pullback, gone. Yeah, so I would probably take sells below off the hour. We've got a fake out here, but we'd need a top wick. And I can't fill 50% really. Our top wick. Activate, didn't quite make it here. Does eventually. Yeah, so it does look like 100% of the time you come through. Oh, it's a bit too much that. It'd have to be with the highs, wouldn't it? Might as well just go off the high, I would think. Yeah, so I would take an hour close below, as long as I get a top wick. The thing with the top wick, do you need a top wick? Because that's the 4 flipping. So where can this 4 drive to from this height then? So if we look at where all the 4s were initiated at 2327, how far does it drive? So this one initiated further, so we'll disregard that one. So if we say with this one, where's this 4 goes? It doesn't actually drive through. Actually only comes to 2323, where it's tapped now. Another one, rejection. That wing back probably it's going to play out nicely. You've got areas here where you can reject and fly back down. All the 4s tend to just take the time, really. It's not a nice area, guys. It's exactly the same range as yesterday we're in. What about wingback buys from 2322, 2319? Where's that at? 2322. Yeah, but I do. That wingback buy what I had on a minute ago, it looked good. Apart from the 4s had so the 4's bearish, and we don't know if the 4's broke the low, broke out, and if it has, then you shouldn't be looking for wingback buys because you broke out on the 4, right? But we can't confirm if it's broke out as close expecting because the 4's are just a bit skew-if. So, but then the 4's had a top wick first, and then flipped. So that's what I'm a bit worried of, that you could just power straight through. However, looking at the 4's now, they don't tend to drive, they tend to all sort of stop around this area. So yeah, if I'd seen the 4's, then I probably would have took this wing back by now. But obviously I've missed the move now, so there's nothing I can do. I don't dwell on it. We've missed the move. The perfect setup this morning was probably this 4. After you had that top wick, you think if you had that top wick there and you had no bottom wick, for you to put a sell stop on, you'd probably bet your house on that you're going to come and tap this area, because everything taps this area before doing anything. So that there is your advantage point, that to that. So this 4 was perfect. Yeah, that would have been a range of 28 pips. But obviously this was like early in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. So again, we just, it hasn't lined up for us at the right time. So what do I want to see now? Well, what do I want to see? No, I can really do, guys. I've just got to wait for an hour close below here, but I don't even think we're going to get that hour. Do you know why I think we're not going to get that hour close below? Because the 4's all tend to stop around here. So if you look at this 4, You got another 4. Another 4. Got another 4, but this one obviously flew down. Got another 4. See what I mean? They all tend to stop around these levels. These ones didn't. These ones came straight through. But the most recent data is the best data, if that makes sense. The older the data, obviously prices starting to do new things. It's nice to go back over previous data. I got asked that the other day actually, is how far back on previous data you go? Well, I go back for the probabilities, so for the odds, to make up the odds. But the recent data is the more reliable. So this is the thing, I don't know whether this 4 is going to drive. I think you're probably going to close in around these levels. And then what's going to happen? Well, then, if you do close respecting on the 4, it means you could come back up like this, or you get no top wick and you can just start pushing through. But even when you close respecting, so this one would have closed respecting, this one would have broke out. Both done exactly the same thing. But that doesn't help us. Doesn't help us. So we're just in an awful. It's just the same range as yesterday. There's Asian session from yesterday. This is where we started off here, and we're literally in the same range. And the thing is though, we've pushed up. We haven't broke any highs. We didn't break this high. So this has done nothing. This is technically consolidating on a higher time frame. I don't even know if we're going to come and break this low. I'm going to be introducing a new pair soon. I think I'm going to have to, because the way gold. I mean, you do go through these phases. I had this last year as well. We did go through a phase. I think it was July. It might be the same time actually, where I just couldn't catch trades. There was just nothing lining up. Got an hour and 20 left for the 3. The 3's a good one, because if that 3 closes below, 100% of the time it comes to tap 2319. So I would be interested in taking that again. I mean, if you left that sell stop on off the 3 from yesterday, it would have played out. You would have hit your take partial move to break even before bombing back off to the upside. But would have played out. But after you've seen these closes, you wouldn't have kept it on. Just. What about wing back buys from 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3? Oh yeah, that's what we're looking at, aren't we? Yeah, I don't know whether I like them, because the 4's bearish, and you're going to get an hour bearish close now. Depending on where this hour closes, John, potentially. So, if this hour closes respecting this level, okay, we could potentially get a wing back. This could turn into wing back buy. But when you take wing back buys or wing back sells, you either want price respect in a level, or you want it bullish, like opposite, basically. Look at that. I mean, that would have been a lovely wing back buy back up. You would have hit your target now. Just didn't like it, guys. So I think we've just got to wait to see what this 1 hour is going to do. We came back down, we messed about, we came back up, and then we came down, our close respected, then we came back up, and then we drove through. What's this here then? What is this here? Could we do that? Could we get this? So maybe this could be this. We came back down. We messed about here. And then we had a pump up, but we broke a high here. We didn't really break a high here. And then we come back down. tapped here, we tapped here, and then this one actually came through where we didn't. We came back up, so it doesn't. It still doesn't look quite right. I mean, if we take a trade, it's going to have to be a bit more of an aggressive with stops. Yeah, it has. I've been on my challenge for 2 months. Mate, it takes me months to pass challenges with just Meraki. Months. Oh, look at that. That would have been a lovely wing back by that, guys. My bad. Nice big pushing candles as well. Ooh. Okay, we're going to wait for the hour close. Really doesn't help anything this. Let's have a look what we've got. I would prefer sells down, that's the thing. It's the thing with these sellers here, it does look like you're gonna have to come back down to these levels at 2302, but it's when is it gonna do that? When? So we just need to work out when it initiates to do that. Are we gonna get something like this? What we could potentially do though is if the hour closes like this, we're gonna need a wick fill. If the hour opens up and pushes up first, breaks the high, we can get sell stops on to come and give us this wick fill back down. That's something we could look at. What's this here? Why did you do this? Broke the high again. I mean, if this hour flips, is this hour gonna flip? Sure is. Look at that 1:15-minute candle. 30 pips. Hey, what if we get... It's going to be interesting to see how this hour closes here. Is it going to flip? Look at the 4 now. Look what the 4 looks like. Really? This 4 is looking a bit like this. If we get a 4 bullish close, could we come up to for a wing back sell from that level? Up, tap, and back down. And does that initiate the move? Is that what we need? We need to come and tap this again, but we tapped it here and we still didn't drive. I mean, there will be liquidity here now. There'll be money here now because you printed bearish off the 4. A lot of people being sellers here. Let's see what this 1 hour does. I mean, if this 4 does push beyond this 4, where's it going? Where is it going? Because what is this? There's only one place to go, surely. 80 for 39. So I'm just thinking, even if you get a forward bullish close here, if the new 4 wants to push past, is it going to drive past? Or are we going to get this where the 4 doesn't actually break past the wick, but if you had sell stops on the wick, you would went straight through. So, because we tend to have to tap that area. So could we get sell stops off the 4? That's something we can potentially look at. Are you going to drive down more? Two, 3, 2, 2. Yeah. The 3 times I've seen that it drives is it wicks to at least 2, 3, 2, 2, pulls back to at least 2, 3, 2, 7, then flies down. 2, 3, 2, 7. Where we're at now, basically. Yeah. Well, this is the thing. So, could we just get sell stops? I don't know whether this 4 is going to do it though. I would probably want a bullish close on this, and then we could get sell stops underneath the 4. Unless this 4 is going to drive down, because the 4s from this height don't tend to drive to here. They only tend to drive to here. This is why I'm at an area where it's sort of done the move, if that makes sense. But if the 4 closes bullish like this, could we get something like this where we're going to drive through? And if so, could we take a wing back sell from here? And could we have sell stops underneath the wick of the 4 under here? So if you do come down, it'll take you another 4 hours before activating mine. Probably more, maybe about 5 hours, because I actually pulled back to there. So could we drive straight through to 2319? We probably could. It does make sense. It would be sort of a new play, this though. Oh, it's always evolving, eh? It's always evolving. Always evolving. I mean, stops for the sell stop could just be above the 4. You'd sort of want to push up first with a new 4, so you'd want to see something like this and come through. And I would want the candle that big as well. So you'd want to see something like that. Or if you're not going to get that and we are going to copy this, you might get something like that, and then the new 4 will do something like this. That initiates the push. And then we'd have like sell stops underneath here. This is not on, guys, right? But you'd have sell stops underneath here. You could take another wing back sell as soon as you got the forward close there. Are we going to copy this? That's what I would really like to see today. That's what I'm interested in, really. So this forward could potentially close bullish. Morning, Vin. You alright, mate? Any other time it doesn't push. But to be honest, as you say, it's tough because it's a messy area. It's an awful area. Plus we've had a gap as well, so it really messes the charts up, gaps. But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm looking at really, guys. So we've got potential wing back sell. So for this wing, we've got potential sell stop underneath, right? And we've got potential wing back sell from 2336. Now for this 2336 stops for me, where would this have to be? That's 50. There's an area where you can come up and then come back. Yeah, stops would have to be above there, I think, for this one. But for the sell stop, you don't even need stops below there. This swing back sell wouldn't be valid until we get a forward close around this level, and then it'd become valid. So that's what I've got going on at the minute, guys. But it means we'd have to wait another hour for the 4. And what happens if the next hour comes up? Would we take the next hour? The 3 would be nice. Closing below. You're probably going to get a wick fill on this now. We sort of need this 4 to stay bullish, believe it or not. We need this 4 to stay bullish. And then comes down. Guys, that wing back sell would have been lovely though. Look at that, man. That would have been fantastic. Yeah, so that's what we've got, guys. We're going to wait for probably the 4 hour. Unless this this hour, the new hour, can come up, break the highs. I still don't know if we're going to drive with the new 4 because you've already done a bottom wick. I don't think I'd take that. I wouldn't take it. I'm going to wait for the 4. That's all I've got. I need to see what the 4 is going to do. Okay, I'll get some tunes on, guys. Waiting for the 4. It's another hour. Oh. Something might pop up, but at the minute, I'll close. I'm just thinking if the 4 does come up. I'm trying to see if this, would I take this wing back sell if the new hour comes up like that? Don't think it will though, but we're probably going to get a wick fill on. See, this is lining up for a nice wick fill on this hour, but that means the 4 would have to flip back to the downside. It has brought the lows, I suppose. Would I take it though? If we hadn't had this bottom wick, yeah, I probably would. Two. Look at the 2 there, flipping back up. Yeah. One's going to flip here. You little bugger. You little bugger. Probably going to get a wick fill on this. That's 13. Where are you going to get a wick fill to? All on that 4. What's the 4 going to do? What are you going to do for? if you get an hour like this, guys, right, it means you're probably going to get a wick fill on the new hour. But if we can come up and tap like 2, 3, 3, 4, potentially get a sell stop underneath. But normally what you get is you don't pop up. You sort of tend to give the wick fill first. Let me just look left a minute. But if we can pop up, I'd need to pop to 2, 3, 3, 4. Really. Oh, look at this hour here, guys. It's gonna flip. Oh my god, it is as well. Wow. What? Look at that. Imagine if we took that wing back. Imagine if we took that wing back. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fucking hell. 65 pips, guys. Jesus Christ. Oh well. Oh well. Look at the 4 now. Going to be key where this 4 closes. Very key. I don't know whether I'd take this wing back if this 4 pushes up there, guys, because there's only 1 hour left. If the 4 pushes up there in the last hour, that means you could potentially get a breakout on the 4. So we don't really want that. What have we got? Push for. Yeah, it's awful area really. I didn't take that because I didn't think it pushed fair enough. Yeah. Bellingham could be banned from the Euros because of his celebration last game. It could be a fine or miss next match, I think. Oh, that's not so bad then. I read it bad. Stupid of him. I know. He shouldn't have done it, like, not when this camera's all over, but to be honest, I don't mind him missing a game because Foden and Bellingham does not work. Both of them don't work together. Doesn't work in the team. You've got to pick one or the other. And Southgate hasn't got any balls. He hasn't got any balls at all. So he won't leave one of them out. He will play, I'm telling you now, I was so frustrated when I seen the lineup for this England game. Because the first 3 games obviously didn't work and he didn't change a thing. He's changed one position. And then the same lineup again, I was just like, I'm hitting my head on a brick wall here. He'll play the exact same again. Same formation, same players, that's what he'll start with. But if Bellingham's not, if he's banned, that means, I don't know what he's going to do, because nobody does. But you would think he would then have Foden in the middle and put Gordon on the left. That's the natural thing to do. But it's Gareth Southgate. The quicker he goes, the quicker we get knocked out of this tournament, the better. Because the quicker he goes, we're just wasting our players. Guys, I'm not really liking this today. Like the 4. I mean, if the 4 closes. Like this, it doesn't mean we're going to get up to here on the next 4. We have already been up there as well, so that's what you've got to be careful of, because if you're coming up there, we're basically saying that it just needs to break this high, which there will be liquidity here, but is it going to come up to tap to grab this liquidity in order to push down, or is it coming up because it wants to break this and break this? So it's not really good, like. Yeah, it was stupid, like. It was a stupid gesture as well, like. Come Well, that shows his immaturity though, doesn't it? Like all these footballers, like they're just, I don't know. It's just a different. I don't know. They're all like kids really at heart, aren't they? Because all they've done is play footy. They're not the most intelligent of people. They just play. They're being pushed into football, 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 football. Yeah, and then what it is, they have this young lad banter attitude in the changing rooms and with boys all the time. So that's why they've got that sort of childish, kiddish attitude. That's why Kyle Walker talks like he's talking through his nose. A little squeaky voice. Because his balls haven't dropped yet. It's ridiculous how he hasn't changed anything. Oh mate, I know. We do need him gone. He's so shit of a manager. Like I've never been so frustrated, and I listen to all the punditry as well, so like all TalkSport and all that, and they all say the same. So if everyone's saying the same, like that first half was abysmal. It was awful. So what were you thinking? I was saying to Emma, he's got to make at least 2 changes, at least 2. He didn't even make one. He didn't make one till like the 65th minute. So all through that second half, I was like, when do you bring the subs on? Because 10 minutes into that second half, you should be thinking, okay, nothing's changed. My talk didn't work in the change rooms. So now I need to bring players on who have enough time to make a difference. The only way we won that game, pure luck. Pure luck in individual brilliance, so Bellingham. And that's what you get with players like that. But it was just pure luck. It had nothing to do with Gareth Southgate. If anything, if he'd made them changes at half time, we wouldn't even have went in extra time, I guarantee you. If he made changes at half time, we wouldn't even have went in extra time. We would have maybe 2-3 goals. Like he just inviting the pressure. He's just an idiot, absolute idiot. But he was never a good manager before he got the England jobs. This is why he obviously knows somebody in there. He was only at Middlesbrough, and then he went to under-21s. Right, Middlesbrough, he was in the Championship with Middlesbrough. Like he's not got a good managerial background. He's not a good coach. Like I could do better managing England. I honestly feel I could do better. At the moment, better than him. Anyway, pisses me off because it's just such a shame with them players we've got. And do you know what it is though? We'll probably win. We'll probably win this tournament. And I do feel like we're going to win, which is weird because we are probably one of the worst teams in the competition. For some reason, we're stinking the tournament out, but for some reason we're getting through. Imagine if we played half decent. We would destroy teams. It's like Man U last season. So Man U were awful to watch. Pure stinking the Premier League out, but they were still getting wins. It's like, it's weird, man. Weird. But that's football, isn't it? Okay, we've had that hour close now. Let me see if we get a... look, the hour's flipped bullish. What are you doing, Gold? You gotta love it, don't you? Be very careful. Don't be taking buys up, right? Be careful, because this could be a trap. Right? I mean, take buys. If it's your trade, take it. But just be very careful. What's happening now is this is pure stop loss ambush areas for them at the minute. Just sit back, sit on your hands, don't touch anything, and don't have this attitude when I'm only on a demo, I'll see what happens, because it's just going to put you back. If you make that decision once and you think, oh, it's just on a demo, I'll just take it, see what happens, you're just putting yourself back 2 months. Simple as that. So sit on your hands, be disciplined, and we just wait. And this is where it's really hard, guys, because I know we haven't had many trades. And you're probably thinking, well, I've I need to get a trade today. I need to get a trade today. But you don't, remember, you don't need many trades. I've proved to you. You have seen every trade I've took. You have seen every trade I've took. Everything I've took online. We took 4 trades in June. 1,700 quid. Now bear in mind, this is off one 200k account. One. Yeah? If you know you're profitable every month, what are you going to do? Obviously not that month. What are you going to do? You're going to keep adding accounts to it, aren't you? So it's not going to be one 200k account. You could have 2, 3, 4, whatever. Imagine 4 200k accounts. Yeah, that's now what? 2 of us. Shy of 8k in that month. Yeah, you do not need many trades. So don't have this attitude that I need to get a trade. I haven't had one for months or for weeks. I need to get one. You don't need to get one. You don't need to get one. You need to be profitable each month, whether that's 1 trade or 2 trade. That's all you need to do at the minute. So we just wait. We just wait. It's what we've got to do. Trust me, I want a trade. It's not like I don't want a trade. Right? To be honest, a lot of the teams not been playing this. I think it's been a shit tournament, Jordan. The only decent team I've watched was Portugal. I watched them against who was it now? Can't remember. And it was crap. They were good, but they I don't know whether it was because the other team was shite. But I've watched loads of games, loads, and I don't know. It hasn't felt. It just hasn't felt right. It hasn't felt like you normally get excited for the Euros. To be honest, I haven't been watching them. No, I've sort of gone off it. I don't even know when's England playing next. Let me have a look. I don't actually know when England are playing next. Saturday, 5 o'clock. But yeah, I think it's been a bit of a shit tournament, really. Look at this 1 hour, guys. So where's that 4, what we're seeing? It's here, isn't it? Let me just put a box over this. I just want to see if we're copying this here. Okay. So are we going to push all the way up? But are we not going to do it until the new 4 hour? This 4 has to close sort of in and around these areas. It can't really. It's got to close sort of in around here, ideally, like this. Because the monthly hasn't made its direction. NFP is going to give it its direction, really. Look at that. Daily. Because we don't know what the daily's done. 4, 3. So there's the wick fill, see what I mean with the wick fill? That's on the 3. 2. Oh my god, you are pushing here, aren't you? Did they get through, Portugal? Being dry like Africa. I was thinking about your LED piece, just an idea if you have some spare. What about postpone the bottom wick to the left? We would then see underlined letters and not the bottom wick. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean, Nelly. I was thinking about your LED, Pete. Just an idea if you have some spare. What about postpone the bottom wick? What do you mean the bottom wick? I don't know what you mean. Are you on about this here? Postpone the bottom wick to the left. We would then see underlined letters and not the bottom wick. Are you on about hide? Hide the bottom wick here. Is that what you mean? Hide this bit. Like that. Is that what you mean? Ah, right, okay. Well, to be honest, I have got some black tape, but I could sort of tape it. Do you think that'd look better, like? I just did it because it was more light. No, it doesn't work, does it? Yeah, I know what you mean. I've got some black tape. I'll try it. See what it looks like. I need to sort the USD out though. The USD's a bit crap. It's because I've done this one too tight. This one needs to stick out more. But anyway, it's alright, isn't it? It's alright. It's alright. Ah, guys. Get the tunes on, guys. The Chinese music. It would look better. Okay. Noted, guys. Noted. Do you know what? While we're waiting, I'll go and get the tape now. Stand by. Let's have a look, eh? Welcome to Interior Designs by Crow. So, what you're saying, Nella? If this is rubbish, Nella, it's your fault. I won't be happy. reckon. I could put some leaves over it, I suppose. Like that. How's that? Oh, it's better, isn't it? What if I've done this one as well? Oh, yeah, do you know what, Nella? If you're onto something here, you're onto something. I reckon if I cover that bit there as well, it doesn't look like it's joined. Oh, look at that. What else can I do? What if I put a gap here? Just a little gap. Not too much. You don't really see that, do you? This S needs to be more forward, doesn't it? Between the two O's, U's, O's. Between the two O's. Between the two U's. Ah, good shout. Yes. Okay. I like it. Ghetto music. Mixing it up to break them up. Morning Martin, morning Keys. We're just doing a bit of interior design while we wait for this flower to close. We've missed a lovely wingback buy, but wasn't my trade to take, guys. But yeah, it was nice, like. Needs to be more, doesn't it? Maybe like that. On. Yeah, this is electrical tape, this though. It's electrical tape, this would be fine, Nella. Sparky tape. Ooh, I want this bit as well. Oh, it's got to be done here. That's it, I'm doing this all day now. Now the Sims music's on. Oh, look at that, guys. Miles better. What about this S here and the U? Yeah, get rid of that. I knew there was a reason I live trade. I knew there was a reason to live trade. That look better? Does, doesn't it? You actually see it now. I needed this a bit further back, but there's not what I can do. Hey, well done, guys. XAUUSD. That's it. Well done. Well done. Can't beat a bit of lecky tape, I know. Needs warmth. We do need warmth. We do. Well, I tell you what though, I've had 2 days of beach weather, that's it. That's all I've had since living in this house. Bloody nightmare. It's hurry up and bring summer. Been lashing down the last few days. It's actually got this foliage actually got lights on it, but it's like solar, so I can't really do now. Okay, we've got 36 minutes, guys. This is probably the only thing I've got going on, really. It's all on this 4, what this 4 is going to do. I do like this sell stop underneath the 4, to be honest with you, but I'd like to come and tap these highs. We ideally need the 4 to close respecting this little minor here. If the 4 can close respecting this, right, and then the new 4 can pop up, we can potentially take wing back sells. It will be an aggressive entry for me though, but it'll be an aggressive entry. It shouldn't really pull back if it is going to flip. That's what I'd be after, really. And we're basically copying this one. Up, tap, down. That's what we're after this morning. Martin, now that you're on the call, come on, let's talk England. What do you think of the performance the other night? Come on, talk to me. There was a fishing match on the radio, so listen to me. Missed it. I've seen more ambition and an emo. Yeah, no. Awful, wasn't it? Absolutely awful. What do you think? Why do you think Phil Foden's not playing as good as he normally can do? Do you think it's because of Bellingham? I think you actually did say, didn't you, before that they can't play together. This is why I'm saying, I was just talking to Jordan who said, was it Vin? It was Vin, I think it was. Said Bellingham's on about getting a ban for the next game. I think that's a blessing in disguise. I know he got us through that last game, but for me, Foden and Bellingham just can't play together. I think it's now going to force Gareth Southgate to put Foden in the middle. Yeah. He's left footed, isn't he? What I don't get is Harry Kane's got a mint header. Really good in the air, Harry Kane. Why are we not having wingers who their aim is to get down the byline and then cross it in? Football always play this cutting in and then shooting. Foden, yeah, Bellingham, yeah, but... And this is what the frustrating thing is. He's going to start the exact same as the last game. He won't make any changes. He won't think he's done anything wrong because he's through. Yeah, Gordon should be left, definitely. We've had some great business in the transfer market. Elliot Anderson, I like him, but no, pure profit gone. Minte gone. We were close to having to sell like Gordon. I don't like my hair this long, mate. Yeah, I know. You're right. I like it as it is, but what I don't get is... So Gordon came on for 8 minutes that game, and he initiated the best attack we've seen all tournament from England. So you think, what is he thinking? I've got 8 minutes, what am I going to do with this? Okay, I'll see what I can do. And then creates that chance. And then when he comes off that pitch, what is he thinking? Well, I come on for 8 minutes, I proved in 8 minutes that I should be starting. And the next game, he doesn't even come on. Doesn't even come on. What more can a lad do? Yeah, I know. I know. Well, I don't think it's happening though now. Because we were only looking to sell him if to meet the PSR rules, but we sold Minte and Anderson, so that's got us out the ship basically. It's annoying, this PSR crap. "30 minutes for a close, guys." This is what I'm saying. Look at this hour now. I said, don't be buying up. Doesn't mean it's going to drive, because the 4 looks like it could close in around this area. Alright, who's in buys now? Someone will be in buys now thinking this is a big rejection candle. This is a trap. Just be very careful. It's easier to come on and do something. Rice is not past the Foden. Don't know why. Possibly does not have the confidence. Bellingham has scored 2 goals but done nothing else. Yeah, I know. Crazy beast. You're thinking I am, but I'm not. Lesson learned. Well done, mate. I'm proud of you. Because I know you would normally be in that. I used to say, didn't I? When I used to, on trading study, I used to say, John will be in on this. And you just go, no, I'm not. Yeah, I do. What's going on with this Man City thing? Has any more news come out? I haven't kept up to date with it. Hasn't there been a set a day for the trial or something? Or have I just completely made that up? Okay, I'll tell you what we can do, guys, while we wait is, if we're going to do an aggressive entry on this wing-back sell, let's have a look what the 15s do. So 15, push, tap, pull back to at least 2-3-3-2, so that potentially could be our take bash move to break even. Let's look left again, push, tap, straight back down, nice. We've got to see where price pushes up, activates, would have closed above, still pulls back. So if we're going to mark this up, so we know it pushes back to there. What is that actually? 33 pips. I mean, that's what you want to see, guys. Look at this. This is what you want to see for wing backs. No bottom wick. All the way for me, a big pushing candle. Now, remember what I say about these pushing candles? It's like Stretch Armstrong. Remember Stretch Armstrong as a kid? Yeah? His arms would only stretch so far, and then eventually he's got to retract. It's a bit like this with candles. So that's a big, abnormal 15-minute candle. So you're thinking, okay, well, surely he's got to pull back at some point. Yeah? tap, pull back. Again, tap, pull back, up, tap, down, nice. So we've got to see when price is driving up. So if you look at this one here, so price is driving up, you would have been activated here and then you pull back to this. So this is where you've got to decide, okay then, do we move our take partial move to break even there in case we do carry on, or do we leave it where it was? And what is this? So even if price wants to push up, you should be able to grab 20 pips. Okay. So if 100% of the time, whether price is pushing up or even coming down, you tap, pull back to here, you're going to take it, aren't you? Whether it's going bullish or bearish, tap back, tap back. All these levels, tap reject, tap reject, tap reject. Yes, I do like it. I do like it. Tap reject, tap reject. Oh, this one up. This one wouldn't have played out. Okay, so this is where we've got to say, okay, if we get a 15-minute close above, or maybe an hour close above, we look to get out at break even. That's what we could look at. I really like this area, guys. It's when the price comes up to that, though. It might not come up to that. This happen here, what's this? Could have been news. Looks like it was. Yeah, it was. That was news though. Okay, I really like that wing back. This wing back sell if we do get up to there. But I can't do anything unless the 4 closes. Look at the 4 now. This is what we want. We want the 4 to close bullish, like so. If the 4 closes bullish like this, what I'm going to do, if the 4 can come up and break the high, I'll then get sell stops underneath this 4. Okay? Because if the 4 does come through there, I mean, this will be a longer time frame trade, because remember it took maybe 5 hours to get activated to push through. So this will be like a set and forget type of thing, where I'll leave it on, I'll leave it with you, but we'll place it on stream, so we'll still put it on the logbook. Okay? And we'll just cover it tomorrow. So sell stops can get put on. But also, I mean, I'll be staying on till about 11 today anyway, but see if we can get up for this wing back sell. That's what we're after. See if we can get up for this wing back sell. Because if we're going to get this, could we get in here? Could we get in here? And then as the 4 closes bearish, obviously that'll take us to 2 o'clock anyway, but we won't be on the charts. If we do close like this, so if we do close down here, I'll then have another potential wing back sell here off the 4, and as we pull back, you can get another entry on. But also you've got your sell stop underneath. You could potentially have 3 positions on this, 3, but that's as long as you don't come and tap this. This is your advantage point here. Now the only thing I'm a bit cautious of is, was this the tap we were after? Was this basically what we're after now? Because look what happened. Tapped. Tapped. So has it already done it? That's the only thing what could catch us out. That's already done it, and now it's going to do something completely different. So we've just got to wait, don't we? But that's what I'd really like to see. I mean, that wing back buy back up would have been nice, but because the 4 already had a top wick, guys, I wasn't happy to take it. But after I'd seen the 4, that the 4 tends to mess about round here, then yeah, I would have took it, but it already done its move. So completely my bad that. It's better to miss something, yeah, and it goes where you think it's going to go, than to be in it and it doesn't, and you're pissed off because you didn't do a proper top down, you're a lot more angry on the last one. Trust me. Should call pin bar candles bait and switch candles. Yeah. It's got to be bed related though, John. I mean, this here, sell stops underneath this. It's there, 40 pips. 40 pips to take past move to break even. I'd probably close full there, to be honest with you. I'd close full, definitely a 2, 3, 1, 6, because every time you tap that, you pull back anyway. Pull back. This one you drive through, I suppose. Just gotta be patient, guys. Pigeon! We'll call it pigeon. Pigeon. What do you think we backdrop, Martin? You've not seen it, have you? Better. Somebody said I looked like I was in a prison cell. I had a Zoom with someone and they said, can I be honest with you? It looks like you're in a prison cell. So I was like, right, I need to pull my finger out and get it done. Horrible birds, flying rats. Yeah, they are like. It was in fact humans that introduced them to society as pets and messengers until humanity abandoned after they were conditioned to human life. Before humans conditioned them, they were just normal wood pigeons. My God, John, you are full of facts. You're so wise. So wise. Guys, welcome to the stream if you're watching on YouTube. Even if you're watching recording, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, jump into our free Discord via the Linktree button in the descriptions at the bottom. We trade most weekdays 8 AM for London session, and we do 3 days a week for New York session. In the Discord we'll notify you the schedule of when we're on. If you want education, by all means jump onto our membership programs. We've got loads of useful tools there, from trade ideas to indicators, everything you need to speed up the process for you to get you from no experience all the way up to a consistently profitable trader. Whether you are starting from no experience or whether you're at that break-even stage, which a lot of people who come onto the streams are, they're at that break-even stage and they just can't seem to get to that profitability stage. Trust me, watch us for 3 months, 6 months, and you'll start picking up everything. There's Google pigeon nest, and then forget that you are a bad parent. Thank you, I do try my best to contain useless information. You do, you're pretty good at it, aren't you? Thing is though, it's facts. It's fun facts. That's the way we look at it. That's why you're an enjoyable guy, John. Fun facts. As long as you stay away from conspiracies and that, you're fine. You know, because you go deep on them, don't you? What do you take of this lad being abroad who's gone missing in Tenerife? Martin, you were a copper. Come on, tell us. What do you think's going on? Do you think he's in with some bad people, or do you think he's genuinely? You'd think he'd find a body though. If he did walk, and then let's say the sun's got him, no water, you'd find his body, wouldn't you? The dogs and that would find his body. So I don't know what's going on. It's weird. 16 minutes, guys. You think he's found some Spanish lads and he's trying to go into hiding and live in Spain. Morning, Sharif. How you doing, buddy? I bet some cougar has him. He's having the time of his life. Yeah, probably. He's in a basement with some cougar getting used. God, it must be so hard. I mean, like, mentally. Apparently he was spotted in the pubs watching the news. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if they were all photos. I don't know. I think he's just hiding away. I mean, there's loads of conspiracies about it. There's one of them like he owes a drug dealer like 30k, so he's using the fundraising. I mean, I don't know how true all this is. I don't sort of jump into it really. Guy is dead. Very mountainous region. An inaccessible area. It's hard to find someone. Well, you think you just fly over in an helicopter with some thermal imagery, Martin? But I suppose it's a hot place, isn't it? So would that work? I think the issue you've got is he's got a really bad history, hasn't he? Didn't he chop someone up with a bloody machete or something? Him and his mates. So you don't know if people are looking for revenge and things like that. Ah, right. Just my head of missing people though. Like the Madeleine McCann story is like, it's like heartbreaking, but it's so frustrating because you do want to know, don't you? You do want to know. Like things with kids and that, man, does my head in. You do want to know. Like I have this question when I meet new people. I want to know what they're like. I have this question: if you could have a meal with anyone, dead or alive, yeah, and when you sit down for a meal with them, you can ask them any questions and they have to tell you the truth. Okay, like it's impossible for them to lie. Who would you have a meal with, and what would you ask them? I ask people that all the time, and some people do say the kidnapper of Madeleine McCann. So you imagine you sat at the table and somebody walks in. Maybe the parents are going to walk in. You don't know, do you? Like, you just like to be able to do that. If dead, you tried to scare pedo. Fair game to me. Oh, is that what it was? Nothing more devious than. Oh, right, okay. See, but this is the thing, you don't know the full details, do you? Because I didn't know. All I heard is the missus told me, because she likes stuff like that. She watches all like the news reports and things like that. She just updates me. You just want to know so you can know how to get away with it. Oh. You do come up with some useless information, John. Who would you have a meal with, John? If you could have a meal with anyone and you could ask them any questions, who would you have a meal with? Dead or alive? Guys, drop it in the chat who you would have a meal with. I'm intrigued now. Do you know who mine would be? Mine would be Jesus Christ. And if he stands you up, you know, don't you? Some people, I've had some people say like celebrities, like, what? What? Celebrities. There's no celebrity you would use that special gift on. It'd be like Einstein or someone like that. Hitler, maybe. Ask him, you know, why did you do what you done? Just to get his thought process. Who killed JFK? You'd want to have a meal with the guy who killed JFK. Nikola Tesla is a good one. I wouldn't really Henry Ford, but Nikola Tesla, yes, definitely. Because some of the stuff he created was like crazy. Saint Peter rather than Jesus. Okay. I like it. I like it. What would you ask them though? What would you ask them? Like, when I say Jesus Christ, I don't know what I would ask. I don't know what I would ask. I just want to know, basically. Just by him walking in would answer all my questions. Tell you what, one of them though, I would love to have a sit down. You know, at this moment in time, I'd probably waste on Gareth Southgate and say, what are you doing? What is going through your nose? I mean head. I'm Jesus, Pete. You can ask me. Okay, what is the meaning of life, John? What is the meaning of life? I think I've got the answer, and I heard it, and it just like struck me. Bathgate, yeah, I would. Or maybe not Jesus, maybe you word it right, and you word it like, I want to have a meeting with, I want to sit down dinner with the creator of life, if there is one. John, I'm still waiting for your answer here. What's the meaning of life? The meaning of life is to learn as a spirit, to grow your soul and gain wisdom to guide those less fortunate or those needing love, and to ascend to the next plane of existence. Wow, you've just got that off ChatGPT. If I put in ChatGPT now, what is the meaning of life? That's what's going to come up. You know what I think the meaning of life is? I think it's a lot more simpler than that. I think the meaning of life is just to enjoy the passage of time. Just enjoy the time you've got. That's what I think. Live in the moment. To enjoy the passage of time. Because in 100 years' time, we're all going to be forgotten. We're all going to be forgotten. And everyone you know who exists now will cease to exist. So when we're worrying about, I don't know, paying bills, for one, or you fell out with so and so, who gives a shit? In 100 years' time, we're all going to be dead. If we were here for a holiday, it wouldn't last 8 days. Well, it's obviously to like reproduce, isn't it? But I think just reproducing, just to enjoy the passage of time. Yeah, it's not in the UK, mate. The meaning of life is 42. Is that from that guy? What's he called? Terence Howard, is it? Because he says he's got the answer. What does he mean by 42? I've seen some of his videos. What does 42 mean, Sharif? Oh, look at this 4 guys pushing up. Oh. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I can't believe you've just quoted Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy to answer a question of what is the meaning of life. Is that what it says in there? I've not seen it, really. What do you get when you multiply 6 by 9? 1. That's what he says, doesn't he? Oh no, he goes, what do you get when you multiply 1 by 1? Or something like that. I don't know. I've got a calculator here, man. One of them good calculators. 6 times 9 equals 54. 54. 6 minutes for a forward close, guys. I don't like how this 4's closing. I don't know what it's doing. Look at that 3 as well. We didn't break any laws, did we? So I'm not sure this 3 can drive. I do like the 15s though. The 15s do, even if you drive up, you do tend to tap and reject to still come up. I'll tell you what though, that wing back would have been nice. There's the 30 bearish. No bottom wick on the 15. What's this 15 doing? Let's see if these 15s can power up from here. Well, they do tend to pull back here. You can power up on the 15s, I suppose. But the 4's like... How long have we got left? We've got 5 minutes left. On the 4's, it's pretty big bullish 4, that. I mean, we're not going to break the highs, but if we're pushing past it, you probably don't really need to, because the next 4 would do it. And then is the next 4 going to drive? What are you doing for? What are you doing to me for? What are you doing to me? What is this here? It's tough because we don't really know which direction the daily needs to go. I mean, the daily's got a bottom wick now, but the previous dailies didn't really create a bottom wick. So is this daily going to come up to create a steeper top wick, not break this? So if you look, imagine if we get a top wick to this now. Yeah, and we reject. Look at these wicks. Nice trend line down. That's what you tend to get. But that's if we're going to do that. I just don't like how the daily's got a bottom wick already. Because if this wants to drive now, it can drive to break the highs. And if it's going to come and break the highs, are we going to get something like this? Just don't know whether we're going to drive all the way up. Awful area, guys. Awful. I am still interested in this wing back though, but I do want to see some pushing candles. So when this 4 closes, I ideally want to see, what I'd love to see is if the 4 can push up first with no bottom wick, right? So if the 4 can open up first and then pull back. I'm not sure it's going to drive down then. I think it might just close like a small bullish or doji. We're pulling back down a tad. If this closes bullish, then bullish grab on all time frames. To the upside, you mean? Bar 1 hour. Why are you giving a feel to watching the army? Where are you giving a feel to watching the army? What do you mean, Sharif? I've watched many fields. From the stag position, in a wood block, stared at loads of fields. I remember on my birthday, I was on a course, SCBC, which is Section Commander's Battle Course, and on my birthday, I was in a subsurface OP, so it's like a hole in the ground, and you look through a little aperture, but it's just big enough to sort of sit up in, but you still got to bend your head, and there's 4 guys in there, you're living there for like a week or whatever. And so someone will be on stag, watching out the aperture, looking for enemy activity. Someone else will be resting, someone will be watching the rear or whatever, or admin. And I remember getting woke up at 12 o'clock, and it was my birthday, midnight, to go into stag. And I spent the first hour of my birthday looking through a hole about that big, pure black, pure blackness, couldn't see anything for an hour. That was my birthday, a fantastic birthday. Oh, a field watch, an army watch. No, I had my own watch. No, it's not. Nobody calls them a field watch, John. Oh, I've been issued a field watch. No. You can get army watches. You know the best watch I had in the army, and I had loads of different ones. The best one was a Casio £7 watch. Fantastic. Fantastic watch. Right, guys, we've had a 4-hour close now. The 4 hours just wasted 4 hours of our life and done nothing. I don't know what it's going to do. We can do anything at the minute. We've got no direction. We're in an area where it's deciding what it needs to do. We even need to break this. We even need to break this for buys up, or we need to break this for sells down. Exactly the same as yesterday, really. I am interested in sells below the wick of the 4. I am interested in a wing back sell for me, because even if you want to drive up, you tend to pull back to our take partial move to break even if you want to drive up. So I am interested in this, but you're gonna have to be aggressive with stops. As soon as the 5 pulls away, you're probably gonna have to move stops to risk free just in case. But the thing you've got now with this wing back sell is the 4 is a lot closer. So for example, it's like Stretch Armstrong, like I say. Now Stretch Armstrong is here. There's his bottom arm. How far can this arm now stretch? And if we look at previous data, yeah, we've got an area here where price is. This 4 came all the way up to, yes, I know closed here, but it actually came all the way up to there, and then it pushed, looks like it's pushed up first, so it can come up to these levels. Or what else have we got? We've got close here, only came to there. How far Stretch Arm got strong? Gonna stretch his arm. What time are we on? 10. I'll stay on till 11 anyway. What have I got on? I don't think I've got much on. Yeah, we'll stay on till 11. Please close bullish. Didn't break above the high. Everything's bullish, man. I ideally would prefer a 1 hour bearish close back below and then 1 hour pops up. But I don't think we're going to get that. Because everything's bullish, but we just haven't broke out, that's the thing. But we are bullish, so wing back sellers are like a bit dangerous, really. Oh, we didn't close there, did we? I'll give it till 11, guys, see what happens. This is a potential wing back sell. We've got potential buys, sells below. Yeah, we're going to have to wait. Okay, guys, I just need to do a bit of admin while we wait. Go and get yourself a brew, guys. Do what you need to do. We're just waiting here. Something might pop out. Come on, goal, do something. What are you doing? I can't even take buys up here, guys. We are bullish, like, and but it's an area where it can just reject at any point. Mm, 15 still respecting. What are you doing? Okay, guys, let's have a look at the Dean. What's going on? You playing drums? Morning, Lee. You alright, bud? Let's have a look at the Dean. Always good. Exactly, man. Exactly. Nothing going on. Might be slow this week though, guys. This week's probably going to give you the direction for the monthly. So, plus you've got NFP on Friday. NFP's going to push it somewhere. I'll give it till 11, guys. Music's awful. Put me to sleep, this music. Yeah, we're not doing now. See, we're not. Why are we not driving up? Half two. might not even get up there, guys. That's the only thing I'm after. The only thing I'm after. Done it on the 4 claws, but could still play out. Can we push? Two, three, 6, 5, 3. Yeah, it isn't it? At least I haven't lost any money, mate. That was good. Are you under the stairs there, mate? What do you mean, am I under the stairs? Does it look like I'm under the stairs? I've been told I look like I'm in the prison cell. I've been told I look like I'm under the stairs. This is the room. This is the nest. I've got my little cat badge on, shelves in there, my Legos on there. My little rock lamp. This is the nest, mate. This is the nest. don't know if we're going to get activated, guys. So basically what I've got going on, right, is I am interested in a wingback sell from 2336. The only way I look to get out of it is if it doesn't even matter if the forward closes up there, because it can still play out. So this will be a case of stops hit or take partial hit. This wingback sell. I'm also looking at a sell stop underneath the 4, but you could wait. So you could wait for a bearish 4 coming down, and then the new 4 top wick, and then sell stops off the new 4. That's something you could look at. So if you get another 4 close below you, you get a top wick and get sell stops on. Or if you push past this wick, you're highly likely to drive to at least 2319. Okay, but the range here is only 2316, so I would be take full at 2316. So that's what I'm interested in. I don't think these are going to play out while I'm on stream though. So obviously they won't go onto the stream logbook, unfortunately. I can't see the door because you can't see the door. Yeah, nice Lego. Send a bit of my Lego car. Oh yeah, you into Lego? I like Lego. I've got a big Defender there, but I messed it up so the wheels don't go around properly. So that's what I've got going on at the minute, guys. You could potentially get a sell stop underneath the 4 if you wanted to, but you might not get. You could get a better entry. Whereas if the 4 does come down and closes bearish, top wick, sell stop underneath that 4. So we're really struggling to break the highs again. So that tells me that we're probably going to have to come down to break these lows. Because these lows here, why didn't this carry on? Why have we pulled back? But this might not play out until after 11. You got to be careful as well. Today news are 1:30. Okay. So you don't really want to be in these at then. Now if we get a bearish close on the 1, you might get something like this, bearish close and then bullish, bullish, bullish up. So it's very tough for you guys. Like, it's probably going to be a no trade again. Pushing down, aren't we? There's no going on. I'm going to give it till 11 though. This 30 closes bearish, and if we get a rapid 30 pushing up, we might. It's a slim chance, but it's probably another thing we've got. What minifigures do you sell, like, Jordan? What shop is it? Oh, guys. 30-minute close there. Look at that. Why are we doing that? Hasn't done anything. We're back into the exact same area where we started out. Many, pretty much. Any kind you like. Not sure what's left in stock, but got a big order coming through shortly. Booking request. What is the shop called? This 30's, we've had a nice bearish close on the 30, which the 30 range is down in 2324, but the 1 hour's bullish, 2's bullish, the 3's bullish, the 4's bullish. It can flip at any point, so very risky really at the minute. I'd probably want a 1 hour close and then a top weight for potential sells. Right guys, I'm gonna go and make a cup of tea. I wanna go and make a cup of tea. Yeah. Go make a cup of tea. I'll be back in a second, guys. Oh, look at the 30 flipping. Sun's out, guys. That means the guns are out. But we are not online yet. Mainly, I'm just selling in person. Set up store, car boots, and we pass on. Ah, right. Okay, nice, mate. Nice. When you say figurines, are you on about like the old like wrestling figurines type of thing? Or are we talking like Lego? Things like that. What's this 30 doing? So the 30 does look like it's probably going to come and tap 2, 3, 2, 4. It's whether you're going to sort of close respecting again on the hour or you're going to start coming to break the lows. I'll stay on till 11 though, guys, but can't see us getting anything unless this hour really shoots down now. I mean, if we got a 15 close below, how is this hour 4 going to close? Still got 3 hours left of the 3. So far, mate. Where it goes. Yeah, no, mate. You're right, Martin. You're right. Interesting to see how this 3 is going to close, though. Nice 15 close that. How is this hour going to close? That's the question. See what this hour does. I don't know whether this 4 can actually drive through. Do we wait for the 4 for this? The sells below. What's this hour gonna do? So if this hour closes and breaks a low of this, I might be interested to get a sell stop on. The advantage point would be 2324, like they all come and tap that. So we go risk free then. So I have got on the trade ideas, I have put sell stops below here. However, this might not play out until the 4 closes. So the 4 could close, but you might get activated. Then you might go into drawdown on the 4. And the drawdown would be to 2328, unless it's coming up for stops, obviously. So if the hour closes like this below here, it looks like you could probably get activated. Doesn't mean you're going to drive though, that's the thing, because the 4s don't tend to drive. So you could delete the sell stops, wait for the hour close, top wick, sell, advantage point, to see if that's the drive. If not, you wait for a 4, then a pullback. But you've still got 3 hours left to the 4. Let's see what this hour does. We've got 11 minutes. Hopefully this won't come through yet. But you can get a sell stop off the 4 here. But what I'm looking at is when you come back up, you might activate it and not actually push the take partial move to break even. So I'd rather just wait for an hour close and then a top wick and then a sell stop underneath, if that makes sense. See you later, John. Catch you later, geezer. So we potentially might have something soon. But remember, the 4 can flip. Everything's bullish. Like 1's bullish, 2's bullish, 3's bullish. The 4 is still bullish. Everything could still flip, but the 4s, this is quite a strong zone here on the 4. So it's whether this 4, you're betting on this 4 staying bearish. You need this 4 to stay bearish. Because if you do get activated and it flips, you're probably done. You're done, guys. It's going to flip and drive at that point. So it's whether you're willing to risk taking it. I would prefer this hour. If this hour closes like this, we get a top wick and then sell stop, because this would be my take partial move to break even. That's what I would like. You got 9 minutes left for the hour. Nice big drop, like. Because there's only one reason you're coming down here, that's to break this low, but I just don't know whether you're going to break the low and then reject. This might not be the push down, this is the thing. I don't know whether we're going to drive through, because you haven't broke any highs. Come on, Hour, hold out. Don't tap this area. This is a nice hourly close, this, guys. Come on. Nice push. I think this is quite a strong zone, remember. Look at this. We could just reject and come straight back up. We need to see, is this enough liquidity? Is this enough liquidity to drive past? We don't know. We haven't broke any highs. 5 minutes for our close. We sort of don't want to tap this 2324. We could potentially get that wing back sell on though. So it's going to tap it, doesn't it? Now this is the question: are we going to break the lows, but are we going to drive, or are we just going to break the low to then come back in? The big pushing hourly candle. Minutes, where are you going? The 3 is lovely though, like if you get a 3 close, but you've still got 2 hours to wait for a 3. Because remember, these can flip at any point, because we are still bullish. If we're going to flip those. Two minutes left for an hour close. So if the hour can pull back, we can move sell stops, or we can put sell stops underneath the hour. I wouldn't be looking for a wing back sell as of yet, because like I said, these could just pull back up. One minute for an hour close. It's whether we're going to reject again. For me, guys, this is a thing. I would think if you close like this on the hour, I wanted this at advantage point. But if you close like this, there's some momentum there, but it's whether we're going to come back up to 2328. But that was a forward close. So this time if we come back up, is that the forward flipping? So if we can pull back to tap 2326, we can get sell stops off the 4. Okay. Okay, so there's a nice hour. Can we pull back first? Or I just don't like all these here. I need a top wick here. Come on, give us a top wick, man. Need a top wick, guys. We've had a nice hour close. Now, why are you doing this? Why have you come back down? Are you going to come through? Okay, guys, I'm going to get sell stops on. Okay, underneath the low. Now, here's the thing, though. If you don't like it, it is an aggressive trade, right? If you don't like it, don't take it. And you might get activated and go into drawdown for a bit. The drawdown should be around these levels. There's the top wick I was after. Um, 2332.76, and then 2319.29. Yeah. So. Here's the thing, right? So I've now got sell stops underneath now. It's probably going to be a longer time because the 4 can still pull back. You might get activated, then the 4 gives a top wick and so on. So it might not happen until later on. But the reason I've got it on now, it is on the trade IDs to be fair, but the momentum what we've had on the hour, and you've had a bottom wick. I would like a top wick. I would like a top wick on this hour to come into 2326, and then we get the flip. But you've had such a momentum pushing candle, we have more chance to pull back. However, if this is the push through, then we could, the next hour could be the one that goes through for us. I would take partial to break even as 2319. There is an area where you might just tap around here where you could go risk free. That would get the risk off the table. Other than that, this is like a trade I would set and forget, really. I'd probably leave. If it comes back up for stops, it comes back up for stops. Like, I probably wouldn't have stops anywhere else, because if you push past that, if you push past the high, it means you're going to be breaking this high, and your last line of defence is this. That's 130, so stops would have to be there, 170 pips. So, I mean, what would we be after, really? I could probably wear there's 40 pips there we could look at. That's a lot. It is an area where, are we going to drive through, or are we going to mess about? Even when you get a break below, it doesn't mean you're going to drive still. You can still pull back and then drive through. This is what I'm saying. It could take a couple of hours to get down, or we could just come straight through. Because remember, at the moment, the 4's still bullish. The 4's bullish. So this 4 can flip at any point. The 3 is still bullish, so this 3 can flip at any point. The 2 is bullish, so this 2 can flip at any point. The 1 is the only one which closed bearish. Okay. So it's a case of, what is this 1 going to do? Therefore, what is the 4, the 3 and the 2 going to do? Can the 4 drive further? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. These tend to drive here and then pull back. But we want this push through. And the 4s tend to mess about around here. There is a 4 here what comes straight through, so could this 4 come straight through? This is the 3, the 2. What can the 2 do from this height? There's 1 hour left of the 2. Can the 2 drive through? This is what we're after here. This is what we want. Top wick on the 1. That's what we want. Well, guys, 11 o'clock now. The time where I would delete this is if it's close to news and we haven't been activated. That's probably where I would look to delete it. But other than that, let me turn this music off because I'm going to love these and leave you. I'm going to leave you with this. I have got sell stops on. I have got sell stops on. The time where I would look to get out is if the 4 flips bullish. I'd just delete this. Or, to be fair, you could keep it on. Because you would prefer this getting tapped first before coming down. That's what I would prefer. So that's what I would prefer. So you could put it back on. The get out, what I could do is if we get activated and we get a fake out back into the area. So I don't know, if we get activated and we get something like that, what I would look at is potential second entry from here back down. That should be around the sweet spot. I'd potentially look at that also. But oh wait there, we might get activated here. Let's see if we get activated. Oh, we get activated. Let's have a look at these lower time frames. Oh, we might be in here, guys. I'm not on yet. I'm in. Okay, we've got sells on this now, guys. We've got sells. Stops for me are 2332.76. Let's see if we can carry on driving down. That's my TP. My take partial move to break even is here. However, let's have a look. Take partial move to, I just want to see, because there is levels around here where you can reject from and come back into the range. So do we go risk free here? There's another one there. Oh, what's that? Now all we're looking for now is just closures to the downside. Let's carry on. Now remember the 4 and that's still bullish, and we've had such big pushing candles that we could start rejecting at this point. We haven't actually broke out, but remember what I said, this is off a higher time frame, so the 4 hour, this 4 might not drive down, and the reason being is because of this 4 bullish close, and then this 4 closed in and around this area. So does that mean, is this 4 going to mess about here first, and then the new 4 comes back, top wick down? And the only thing I'm cautious of here, and we could have waited, right, is this 4 actually tapped our wing back area, and there's still 3 hours left of this 4. So is this 4 going to flip to the upside to tap our wing back area before coming down? So are we going to get something like this, back up, and then we come back down? I'm not sure. I'm hoping this could be the drive here. I'm willing to risk it, but it's whether you guys are willing to risk it. Okay, but that's what I've got going on here. I'm in sells at the minute. I might still leave you with it because it might take a while to play out this. I mean, that's 7 pips. I don't know whether I can go risk free at 7 pips really. I might just leave this on and just let it do its thing. So that's what I've got going on, guys, really. All we're waiting for is closures, but like I say, it might not happen from the 4 hour or the, well, yeah, the 4, the 1, pull back on the one because we haven't had much of a pullback. Second entries for me at the minute, I would probably look at 2328, but you would want the forward close first. But if you look at these ones, so we came from these levels, we pulled down, we've been activated, we pulled back. See how you reject a few times? So this is where you could potentially take a second entry here. So if you do come back up, you take this second entry to come down. You'd either get out a break even around there, or if it does come through, that's where you take the profit from this second trade down, and then you close the other one at sort of break even. Okay, any questions? I don't know if it's going to play out straight away, so there's probably no point me staying on. This year is all about learning. Yeah, got a lot of great to see you, mate. Good luck, just as you said it. Yeah, just as I said it, yeah. Hopefully we'll fly straight through, guys. I will be taking partial move to break even. And my target for this is only 2316. So I'll probably close full at 2316. Okay. Right, guys, if you're watching on YouTube or recording, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll update you in the trade IDs. This was a trade idea, obviously what's being activated now. So I'll update the trade ideas and update the chat with any changes to it, what I'm doing. But other than that, I'm going to love yous and leave yous because, like I say, this might not play out straight away. Alright, guys, have a fantastic day. I'll see yous back on tomorrow, 8 AM. Catch yous later, guys. Toodaloo.